Welcome back for Hardcore Season 2. This is your boy Slip. We are here for Minecraft 1.20 with that cherry grove behind us. It is so beautiful looking. But Minecraft 1.20 is going to be a whole new era for the game. It almost feels like a fresh start. So I wanted to get me a new home in one of these new biomes, and I think that this spot right here just might be that. But first things first, of course, we got to go get ourselves some wood and hopefully get ourselves some stone items. It sure does feel good to be back. Once again, we're back to the basics. Making ourselves a crafting table. Hey there, fella. You might have to be dinner later on. You too, I'm sorry. Early game needs, you know. And with some tools in hand, I think we'll chop this bad boy down and then get to chopping some of these pumpkins down here, which I just found. Hey there, little fella. I'm not gonna get to you, but I'm gonna have to get your parents. I'm sorry. And it looks like we can get ourselves some quick stone here too. Bada boom, bada bang. I'm already in the Stone Age. Leveling up quickly. Getting ourselves an upgrade here. Okay, I do think I need to find some sheep before the sun goes down here. And I might as well get you too, I'm sorry. Some sugar cane will do as well too. Come on, I need some sheep. I found one. I found two, I think. Oh, let's go. I'm sorry, it had to be done. I just need one more. Come on, Slip, you can do it before the sunset. I believe in it. Down goes the sun and no more sheep in sight. Challenge failed. Looks like a cave base it is again. Is that a sheep up there? If so, oh my goodness. Can he do it? Can he do it? And he skips the first night. He makes it. Let's get it. Another day, another dollar. And I would be using replay mods in this first episode of the Let's Play series, but unfortunately, Minecraft 1.20 just came out today, so all of those gits and gadgets just don't happen to be out yet. But that's okay, we'll make do, and we'll make the most of having the shaders already too. But now that we've got to bed, I think it's time to head over back to where I do think I want to stay, at least at first, scope out the area, and take it from there. I mean, oh my goodness, this area looks beautiful. I think this is probably going to be our home. My first and foremost goal for this series is to get an elytra. It's something that I've actually never done before, and so it's super important for me to beat the game and actually see if I can get myself an elytra. The number one goal for this episode is for us to get ourselves a little bit of a starter base going in this area that we have beautifully spread out behind me. And of course, the goal for this episode as well is not to die, because we are in hardcore Minecraft, and I've lasted about 500 days in total, so we gotta beat that record, but I'm not trying to take any chances off the rip. We are running low on food too, so I guess it's time to get one of these guys. And maybe a couple of you. Oh, that was a baby! I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! You're not a baby though. Boop. With the furnace acquired, we can maybe start to cook some food here. Essential, I need that food right now. Yum, baby! Our first leather, you're a special cow, Mr. Cow. You're special too, just not as special. And we'll gather up some seeds. Here's some of my favorite. Collecting seeds at the beginning of a Minecraft world is one of my favorite things about starting a new one. Look at this place. It's stunning. I wonder what kind of mysteries it has for us. It's right on the side of the river too. I'm sure it's gonna look even better from up top. Look at the flowers on the ground and the pink petals coming from the trees. This place is incredible. I'm in love already. I think we'll check up here on the top of the cliffside. And there's a lovely valley coming down here with tons of splendid animals that we can have in our farms. This place is really panning out, which feels kind of weird to say with the sword in my hands. And the sunsets are going to be absolutely stunning here. This place will be called the Convent of the Cherry Tree. And as the sun sets, I still feel safe here. I almost feel like I don't need to use a bed, but we're still going to, just not on these lovely petals right here. Okay, now that we've found our home, I think it's time for us to gather some materials so that we can actually build it. I know I'm definitely going to need to use a little bit of these wood types that I have around me, but we'll definitely replant those trees. But I think we're also going to do a little bit of expeditioning along this river right here so that we can find what else is around this general area, which I absolutely can't wait to do. And I think we're going to do that in a good old montage style. I think the right thing to do is put down our crafting table and furnace right here so that we can officially call this home. And then I think we're going to set out on a material adventure. Make it good, Editor Slip. We've stumbled across a zombie spawner. Let's break ourselves in here. That is definitely a zombie spawner. Let's get it. Gotta be careful around here, though. There's two! There's two zombie spawners right next to one another. And a little bit of dripstone, too. This is absolutely perfect. Well, this is pretty easy. Gotta keep your head on a swivel, though. Oh, and I forgot there's baby zombies too. I think I'm gonna break into the other guy and save them both for later. Oh, we hit the jackpot right here. I'm breaking in. I just got so scared right there. Let's block this up for a second and see what we got. Plenty of gunpowder and string. I definitely wanted string, and we got some beetroot seeds and looks like some iron horse armor too. And in this one, we got a couple music discs and a saddle. Perfect. We just need to find ourselves a desert now. We'll save the next spawner for the next episode, huh? I think it's time to switch up the vibe. And that works for me. Farmer Slip is back in business. We can definitely say that progress has been made. We got the last of our ores, some copper being smelted up right here, and if we pop into the second chest right here, you can see that we've ended up getting 5 diamonds, which was my goal for this episode. I just wanted 3 diamonds for a pickaxe and 2 diamonds for an enchanting setup, which we're going to get in the next episode. And you can see I do have this waypoint right here. I do like playing with these and with this map that we do have right here. I don't like looking too much around it, just because I do enjoy exploring, but it is nice being able to get home whenever I do want to. And there is a teleport function on this map. I don't use it. This is hardcore, and so I do try to keep things as vanilla as possible while also adding things to the game that I enjoy putting in. But you can see in our cherry wood container we have almost no wood left, so I do have some fences right here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up going over here somewhere. I think we're gonna fence off an area and make that into our tree harvesting zone, and we can take this down eventually. I do think I want to use this whole area right here eventually for our project that I do have in mind, and that I'm going to tell you more about at the end of the episode. And as we come around here to the farm, you can see that I've definitely been putting in work. We've got tons of cows over here, a bunch of chicken with them, as well as a ton of sheep over there. And in the back, we have another wheat field over here, which does look like it's in need of harvest. But that's going to be a plan for another day, because we got to find ourselves a tree field. And I think this area right here is going to do the trick. Burn, how's burn? How have you been alive all day? Just hanging in the shadows? I'm burning alive! This really is such a beautiful environment. I love the cherry grove. And we'll put this guy here because that's where he's gonna go. And I have made an improvement to our bed. I think it's very fitting with the biome. I think we're gonna put our cherry bed down right here. Right there. We'll have the sun go down and we'll start chopping in the morning. Or I guess we can start chopping right now. Here was forever part of the fence. It forever will be part of the fence. And once again, as the sun sets, our job is complete here. It doesn't look that great at the moment, but in a little bit, it's going to look even more beautiful as the trees pop up right here. And eventually, we'll get around to terraforming this area. But speaking of terraforming, after the sun sets and we head to sleep, I think my next plan is to do a little bit of path transforming. Because yes, I have made us a path over from our animal farms to our crafting area over here. And my plan is to decorate this whole entire bit, make it look nice and aesthetic, and chop down the trees which are over there while we do it. So what I'm going to do is put down one of these cherry blossom blocks right here. And let's do one of those old school shake transitions. And there we have it. What a beautiful path I've made over here. We've got tons of sugar cane all over the place with our field that's ready to be harvested over here. But I've used a bunch of wool and tons of the cherry blossom leaves that you can see up here on the trees, which gives, I think, a perfect aesthetic to the area. And of course it starts to rain right here, but I haven't done just this path right here. I've done the whole area down over here, just not the area down to the tree farm back here. you think of the paths, and it's time for us to find ourselves a little bit of a spot to set up a bit of a starter tent, I think. I've already bitten off a lot with this path right here with all of the plants, even with some lapis over here. And so I think I'm gonna chill out a little bit on the series. I don't want to overindulge myself. I have a habit of taking off too much than I can handle at first. And in order to progress the series, we're going to start ourselves out with a starter tent, and then eventually, I think in the next episode, get ourselves to a little bit of a starter house. And I think I've chosen this space over here, right next to a bunch of our bamboo farms, and just a little bit off from the path that we've already made over here. So first things first, of course, we have to dig ourselves another bit of a path in order to make sure that our home is thoroughly connected to the rest of what we've already made. Now that that's been accomplished, and we'll have to decorate it up a little bit later, I think I'm gonna dig out this area right over here. And I think we've cleared out a decent area for us to have a little tent right here for our temporary home. And I mean temporary in residence, I do plan on keeping this guy here forever. So I've got this cherry wood block right here, and I think my plan is to start breaking it down with my hands. And hopefully when I'm done, we'll have ourselves a beautiful looking starter tent. And there we have it, our beautiful starter home right here. I absolutely love the way that this tent ended up coming out. If we come over here, you can see that I added a couple ponds right here with some lilacs and some bamboo. And if we make our way into the tent right here, we can open one of our fence gates. And here's our humble abode right here. We've got a nice little seating area in case I want to have some dinner right here. We've got our pink bed to go with our cherry grove biome, and some extra storage right here, which I've started to organize a little bit, but we still have the rest of our storage containers back at our starting area that we gotta fix up, which I'll probably end up doing in between episodes. And if we come out to the back right here, we don't have anything really yet, but if we come down here, you can see in the distance our cherry tree farm. And so I'm hoping to fix this up a little bit in the next episode, as well as do some pathways. But first things first, there's one more thing that I want to do before we wrap up this episode. And that is to tell you a little bit more about what our home is going to be for Season 2 of the Hardcore Survival Guide. And in order to do that, we're going to take some of these cherry signs right here. Eventually these will be hanging signs, but for right now, we're just going to have to do with our normal signs. And so you can see, our first resident of the Covenant of the Cherry Tree is me, myself, Slip. And so our end goal for this whole area right here in the Cherry Grove biome is to make ourselves a covenant, a place where lost souls and people that are looking to find a new path can find a humble abode. This oasis right alongside the river in its own little biome right here, I think is going to be the perfect place to do that. And I want you all to become residents of this beautiful place that we're going to make together. If you're interested in living here at the Covenant of the Cherry Tree, just leave a comment. Any sort of comment whatsoever, and at the end of the next episode, we'll end up putting up signs for the rest of our new residents here. But that is going to be it for episode 1 of Hardcore Season 2. I'm so excited to bring you all more content. I do want to let you all know that it does take me a long time to make these episodes, and I am working full-time. I actually work more than full-time, so it might be a little bit before the next episode comes out. But if you are enjoying the series thus far, please do leave a like, consider subscribing so that you can catch the next one when it does come out. And I'll see you in the next day.